channel. My name is Cherie, and for today's video I'm going to be talking about my teen mom story. Yeah, I'm a little nervous to be talking about this because, I don't know, it's just something I'm nervous to talk about. I didn't really take any notes. Well, I didn't take any notes or anything because I wanted this to be as like raw and real and not scripted. I'm just gonna start off by saying this video is not to influence anyone or encourage anyone that is a teen to get pregnant or have kids at a young age, because it's not everything that it seems to be. This is just my story, and so I got pregnant when I was 18. I could tell you the probably exact day and time. Well, not day and time, but week, because I at the time was dating my fiance now. He was my boyfriend. We were in a long distance relationship, so he would come visit me, and that week it was I want to say August. It was the week before I started college, and he came and visited, and I was on birth control. I was on the patch, and I might not have been using, well, obviously I wasn't using it how it was supposed to be used, or I wouldn't have got pregnant. But anyways, I found out I was pregnant maybe because I was supposed to get my period maybe like 2 weeks after he left, and my period didn't come. I tested maybe like the same week my period was supposed to come, because I was like, maybe I should just take a test, because I'm not stupid. I know what happens when you have sex, and I was having sex obviously, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take some tests. So I ended up taking a test, and I didn't think anything of it. I left it on my nightstand, and I went on about my day. I forgot about it all. Like, I literally forgot about it and came back that night. And when I came back, I happened to be walking past my nightstand, and I seen it. It was like the little dollar tests, the like little purple ones. I seen it, and I was like I had to stop and look, because I seen like a little line, but I was like, I literally like stopped what I was doing and looked, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like freaking out, because I was like, do I see a line? And sure enough, I seen a line. So I was like, okay, well, I will take another test the next day, because I didn't have any more tests. I just bought that, like, I think only maybe 2 come in a package, and I took one the next morning, and the line was a little darker, but I still wasn't convinced. I kid you guys not, I took maybe like 10 tests, and I still have them. I took like 10 tests, and I still wasn't really convinced, but like deep down I wasn't convinced. But in my opinion, the tests don't lie. I ended up buying like the expensive ones that say pregnant and like how far along you are. And so after I finally convinced myself that I was pregnant, I decided, well, I didn't tell anyone for a while, maybe about like a week. I told my one of my good friends first. She was a teen mom herself, and she has 2 kids, so I was like, I'm gonna tell her, and she was so excited for me, so I felt a little bit better. And then the next person I told was my aunt. No, I told a friend first. Well, I told him, and then I think I waited a little bit until I told anyone. I bought Efren, I'll insert a picture. I bought Efren like a little shirt that says Hola Papi, and it said, like, it came with like a card, and it said pink or blue, I don't know, but we're due. And I sent it to him because he lived in Washington at the time. And he was shocked. And I think we told his family first, maybe. I don't remember if I told my aunt first or his family first, but excuse me, we bought a cake and told his family, and they were all excited and stuff. And then they were excited because he doesn't obviously have any kids, and they were wanting another kid in the family, so yeah. And then I told my aunt. This was probably the hardest person I had to tell because of our relationship. Then I lived with my aunt, and yeah, she was probably the hardest person I had to tell that I was pregnant. And the way I told her was, at the time I was babysitting my cousin's kids, and I was at her house because she worked at a bar, and my aunt was out, and then she came, and I had it's over there. I had like a little purse, and I put the test inside, and then I told my aunt earlier that day, hey, I need to talk to you about something, and she was like, okay. And I think she knew something was up, but I don't know if she knew. And I was just like, how am I gonna tell her? Because I thought she was just gonna be so mad. But anyways, I told her to look. I told her to look inside the purse, and she looked, and she's like, you're pregnant? And I was like, yeah. And she basically just told me, like, at the time she wasn't mad. At least she didn't show that she was mad at that moment. And she basically told me, well, you have to get your stuff together and basically step up and be a parent. And that was that. After that night, it was like the next day it set in on her, because you could tell that like she was upset, and she didn't talk to me for a few days. I remember, because it kind of hurt me a lot, but I like gave her space because I understood. But then, I mean, yeah, I understood. So I gave her space, and she didn't talk to me for a few days. And then when she did talk to me, she was just like, basically what I said earlier. She was telling me that I have to figure out what I was gonna do, and that was that. I pretty much did everything on my own from that point on. And yeah, my mom was, I wouldn't say that she was disappointed. She was happy because yeah, she's gonna be a grandma again. My son wasn't her first grandchild, but she was still excited for me, and she supported my decision, which was good for me because I needed that support at the time. And then after that, I would say everyone knew. I didn't really tell anybody else because I just didn't feel like I had to tell anyone else. And from then on, everybody was pretty much supportive. Some relationships changed, and till this day they're still changed. I don't really want to get too far into that because that's just something that's personal, and it's something that I feel like I'm still emotionally going through. Whether the other people are still going through it or not, I feel like it's still affecting me in that relationship. So that's just not something I want to get into. It is what it is. So yeah, when I found out I was pregnant, I was 18 in August. I turned 19 in October, so I was only pregnant for about 2 months when I was 18. And then my pregnancy actually went pretty well. I didn't really show until farther along into the pregnancy, so a lot of people didn't really know. And when I told people, they were like, really? Like, we couldn't even tell. So yeah, I didn't really have any like hardship when it comes to that. I would say that well, I will say that when I found out I was pregnant, I got my shit together like real quick. I'm not saying that I didn't have my shit together, but I didn't want to rely on anyone. Like I said, when I found out I was pregnant in August, I had paid the deposit for our house that we stay in now, September. So I was pretty much on it. We moved out of my aunt's house around November, late November, yeah. And Efren came here November 6th, the day before our anniversary of getting together. So that was pretty much that. We had our own place, we had our own stuff. I didn't have to rely on anyone, so it wasn't really a big deal that I was pregnant because we pretty much take care of everything that we have. So we didn't really have to rely on anyone, and that was like one of my main goals, was not to rely on anyone, because I didn't want anyone to feel like I was a burden on them. And till this day, that's how I am. That's just my that's just me. I don't know. I don't want to feel like I'm burdening anyone. So yeah, I will say that when I first found out I was pregnant and I did my appointment to go confirm that I was pregnant, I was like kind of depressed then, because I felt like there were certain people who could have supported me more, but they didn't. And because of that, once again, our relationship on my side is different, because I felt like there could have been more support there, but there wasn't. And then on top of that, there were some things said, and I'm not sure if the person realizes what they said hurt me, but I at the time needed support because I didn't know what I was gonna do. And true enough, it was on me. I did lay down and have sex and have a baby, and I take full responsibility in that. But I feel like there comes a time when you have to like put your feelings aside and be there for people, and I didn't feel like that was the case. But anyways, I'm past that, and yeah, to today, Enzo is 1, as you guys know, because I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you know who I am. And I just want to say that if you don't know me and you're just watching my video because you're in this situation, I want to say that I was that person. I'm making this video because I want people to know that it's okay if this does happen to you. Once again, I'm not condoning this. I'm not saying go out and get pregnant, because it's not freaking peaches and cream. It's not everything that it's sought out to be. I definitely love being a mom, but it is hard mentally, emotionally, and physically. But if you are in my shoes, it will be okay. If you need to tell your parents or you need to tell someone, just tell them. Don't wait and tell them, but just tell them. It will be fine. If you're afraid that your parents will be mad at you or whatever, eventually they'll get over it, and your child will be the best thing that has ever happened to them eventually, and they will love you and your child, but it might take a little bit for them to get over it. And for those moms or girls who are going to be young moms, I will say this: a baby will not ruin your life. And if anything, my child made my life better. He made me want to be more, and he pushed me and motivated me to want to be more and just better myself as a person. When I was pregnant for my first 2 semesters of college, and I didn't let that discourage me or anything. I got up every single day, didn't miss a day of school, and went to school. Till this day, my son motivates me to be a better person. So don't let anyone say that a child will ruin your life, because babies are blessings. And on top of that, don't let anyone say that a child will backtrack you either, because my son didn't make me backtrack. Or like, people say that like kids make them like spend more time on stuff that could have been done faster, but for me, honestly, I don't believe that, because if you as a person want to do something, you will do it. A child, you will have a child, you will take care of your child, but you'll also do what you need to do to get to where you want to go. As long as you have that self-motivation and you're being a good mom, you're not going to let anything stop you from getting what you want done. And I just try not to focus, well, when I was pregnant and still to this day, I try not to focus on the negative things, or like the negative people who are trying to bring you down or tell you negative things about what's going on in your life. As long as you have your head on straight and you know what you want to do, that's all you need to worry about. Whether you choose to have an abortion, have your child, or give your child up for adoption, that's your choice. It's no one's choice. And if someone has opinion or a negative opinion on what you choose, get them out of your life, because they're no good for you. I will say that till this day, if I feel like, whether it's family, friends, or someone I don't know, if they come across to me as a negative person, I just don't deal with them. I don't have it in me to deal with the negativity or the negative opinions or opinions at all. I just don't deal with it. And as a person, you have that choice. So whatever choice you make, that's up to you. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye. Let's use them up to